Yo, are you ready for the Astro-Weather Week? Woo, things are getting hot and wild. Scorpio moon, Mars-Uranus Algol conjunction. Let's talk about it. 15th, 16th, 17th of July. BigEAstrology. Pew. Grand Rising, good people. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology, with the Astro-Weather Weekly Report for Monday, July 15th, Tuesday, Mars Day, July 16th, Wednesday, July 17th, and Thursday, July 18th, all right? So, yeah, you saw the Astro-Weather Weekend Report, and I thought the crazy drama would be Sunday and Monday, and it's still unfolding, but what I want you to understand is that, as I always tell you, they know astrology too. And they use it for manipulation and harvesting fear and all this stuff. You gotta stay positive. Ignore the noise. Prayers for everybody involved and all that. I send nothing but love. But I'm not falling for the deception and the illusion, okay? It was on his midheaven, Mars, Uranus, and Algol. Mars is the weapon, Uranus is the unexpected sudden event, and Algol is about like beheading. But let's focus on us. Yeah, how was the weekend? Some intense emotions. I'm dealing with it over here with some stuff, but I'm staying optimistic. It's gonna be all good. But yeah, this is bringing in a lot. Even yesterday, right, with that Scorpio moon. Remember I told you about the square to Venus and Pluto. Well, now the moon is at 13 degrees. We're looking at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. It'll finish up at around 18 degrees on the east side and 19 on the west side. Okay, so, we're gonna finish out at basically Tuesday, the end of the Scorpio moon, and we'll get into Sagittarius moon maybe a little bit late Tuesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so that's what's on the agenda. Definitely sign up for Astrology, and I'll be putting out the video today, Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric, this Sunday. I know it's normally Saturdays, but this Sunday, July 21st, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, okay? We're gonna go from I was saying Mercury, but we're gonna go from the Sun to Saturn, right? The 7 planets you can see with your naked eye. My eye is naked. In their fall, right? So the Sun in Libra, the Moon in Scorpio, Mercury in Pisces, Virgo, Venus, Mars, Cancer, Jupiter, Capricorn, and Saturn, Aries. Their energies are challenging, but you can use them to your benefit. Don't fear a planet that's debilitated or in its fall, or even don't fear squares and oppositions. They're all opportunities to learn and see things from a different perspective and grow. And remember, when we are open to change and get uncomfortable, that's where God can do the miracles and the blessings and the work in our lives. You have to hold on to that and know that you chose this experience, your parents, okay? This is about the remembrance of your soul, the birth charts that map your life, and this is about how your soul needs to grow and evolve, these different characters and people that come in and out of your life, all right? Season, a reason, and a lifetime. So let's get to the chart. Email me directly, BigEAstrology@gmail.com, 2 hours, $20 for Coffee Talk. I'm still waiting to hear from Gloria, who missed Coffee Talk. She sent me the money and never gave me an email. So if you watch this, Gloria, I need your email. I can send you the Coffee Talk stuff. And I wrote it in my thing, but what could I do? There's nothing I could do. So you got to send the email. If you book with me and pay, you have to send me an email so I can send you the link. This Sunday. You don't want to miss it. And the Cancer birth chart sale ends on Sunday, July 21st, and the Capricorn full moon. So make sure you watch my video. It's up. Spiritual disciplines on the horizon, on the menu, and it's the 29th degree. The change is going to come. Conjunct Pluto and Aquarius. Get ready. Get ready. Remember I told you September 1st and November 19th, the structures and systems. All right, let's get to the chart for the Astro-Weather Week. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. And Cancer birth chart sale, hit me up, 1030202, BigEAstrology@gmail.com. Sign up for the newsletter on the website. Maybe getting one out the end of this week. I kind of sent one just from my email, like an unofficial, letting you guys know about the sales on the coffee talks. And I gave you good information about this Mars-Uranus Algol conjunction. So hopefully you paid attention to it. And you know, it's exact today. So things can be a little loco pocos. Be easy. And you'll still feel the energy tomorrow. All right. And and then we're going to have on the 20th, right? We'll talk about it on the weekend report, but Mars will enter Gemini till about September 4th. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. Astro-Weather Week. Pew. All right, BigEAstrology. We don't look at a particular ascendant, but this is 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. A little late with the astro weather today, really busy, and I got to work on a love chart. So this moon, right? I told you 18 degrees, it's at 13. And it's going to be, you know, opposing all that energy tomorrow, Tuesday, in Taurus, okay? So you're seeing Jupiter's doing his thing in Gemini, okay? But we are, sorry, just got to get this mouse together for you. So here we are, okay? And, you know, Mars, Uranus, and Algol, they're all dancing together. For some reason, I don't have Algol on this chart, but it's there, okay? And it's just explosive energy. And you're going to feel it. You know, the 20th is when it goes into Gemini, so you could still feel it the rest of this week. I would say by the 18th, it'll really pull away. So, you know, things should calm down. Please still be mindful, careful, extreme weather. We had like a crazy rain and dust storm last night out here. And, but everybody was fine and safe. Mercury, right, is going to square this moon tonight. The moon in Scorpio squaring the analytical, logical mind, Mercury and Leo. So when you have a moon Mercury square, especially in these fixed signs, this is like some really stubborn, emotional, intense conversations. And sometimes they have to be had, you know what I mean? So just be mindful of that. Try to communicate from your heart and less of the intense emotions. But that's what you can be expecting tonight. May play out in my life personally. And, you know, Venus is definitely coming off of that opposition. So Mercury is also going to get to this trine, right, in Aries Chiron. So remember I told you about healing that childhood wounds and stuff like that. And then you're going to see Venus is getting closer. The nodes have shifted 9 degrees. So you're going to see the Venus in a few days get really, you know, definitely closer to trining the Aries North node. Right, Venus. So yeah, I would say by Thursday, maybe Friday, we'll really get the exact trine. But you're already in the energy now, okay? And the Cancer Sun, you know, we're heading towards the cusp. This is the last week. Remember the 29 degrees on Sunday, right? So the cusp is really beginning on Saturday. The cusp of oscillation. The Cancer Leo cusp. It's a 5-day orb. People like to come on my channel and challenge and say, oh, the dates, but then what they want to offer is 6, 7, 8, or 9 days. No. The cusp energy, some astrologers use 2 or 3 degrees. I do 5 degrees. Some also do that with me. But when you go beyond that, you're not feeling it. It's ingressing at 28, 29. It's pure at 0. It's starting to define itself at 1 and 2. 3, if you're looking at numerology, right, this is more of a Jupiter energy. It's 1 is man, 2 is woman, 3 is child. The family is complete. So that's where we're really, you know, into the energy at the Jupiter, at the 3rd degree. Okay, so I hope that clears it up. And, but these people are just there. Would you kind of want to get on any astrologer's page and tell them that they're wrong and you don't know what you're talking about anyway? You can be bringing bad karma onto yourself. This is the ancient mysteries and knowledge, mystery schools. Like, it's not a game. Okay. So the Scorpio moon also tonight will trine Saturn. So this is where we can get into the very intuitive, empathic, emotional, and spiritual discipline. This is a good night for guided meditations. I'm gonna, get out my sound bowl tonight myself. And so let's definitely pay attention. Saturn's still at 19, Neptune's still at 19, and we have that energy. Pluto is getting ready to get to 0 sooner than later. It's still in its retrograde. Remember, it ends October 11th. It's the first retrograde to end. Then Saturn, November 15th, and Neptune, December 7th. So the Scorpio moon today, the emotions, don't worry about the judge letting go of the charges on Trump. I mean, listen, this is going to be interesting. I think the RNC officially begins tonight. He's going to, tonight or tomorrow, I'm not sure, announce his vice president, yada, yada, yada. Nikki Haley speaking, yada, yada. I just don't care anymore. I just want love and peace. It's all a game, okay? So don't forget Lilith. Lilith is still dancing in Libra with the South Node, but the true Black Moon Lilith has jumped back into Virgo. So that's interesting, okay? And it is opposing, you want to look at the true Black Moon Lilith, the oscillating apogee, it bounces around. It's opposing Neptune and Pisces. So trust your intuition about everything and not the film, television, media, and deception. It's the Astro weather for July 15th. Don't hold on to any emotions. Stay positive. Definitely move your physical body. It's good for this Mars-Uranus Algol conjunction. Drive slow. Be mindful. Be careful. Watch what you're speaking about the throat chakra. Okay? Let's get to Tuesday, the day of Mars, when you want to lift those weights. This is the moon day. Be more, spiritual. Relax today, if you can, even when you're at work. Just like kind of avoid the noise. But tomorrow, get busy. Run your errands and lift your weights. Let's get to the Astro weather for Tuesday, July 16th. Astro weather week. Pew. All right, Tuesday, think about it, Tuesday, the day of Mars. What I'm going to spit is some lyrical bars. Watch out for stars and scars. Respect the stars. So the Scorpio moon. Ay, Dios mío, Lucy. Well, at 12 noon, 25 degrees. So it will finish up at about 1 degrees, okay, in Sagittarius at midnight, or 0 degrees. No, it'll be 1 degree, and then about 2 degrees on the west side, on the west coast, okay? So, we're finishing out this week, Monday and Tuesday, the early part of the week with the Scorpio moon. And then we'll have the Sag moon, miércoles, jueves, and un poquito viernes for the Astro weather weekend. So the Scorpio moon, you're definitely, feeling the trine to Neptune on Tuesday. Really, it's a psychic day. You can't say anything like that. So pay attention to your health and finances. Tuesday may be an active day, but definitely drink bebo mucho agua. The Lilith's still in Virgo, opposing Neptune. So you got two things hitting the Neptune. Be mindful of that. And the moon, Mercury, you're still kind of coming off of and feeling that square, okay? And then you see Venus, now it's 6. So it's really trining the North Node. So this could be very good for choosing your destined path for finances and relationships, and trailblazing your own business, being the pioneer maverick, but being brave and courageous and be like, yo, we're going into the last quarter of the year. I need a raise or promotion. Some people could be purchasing a home, moving. You know, a lot of people like to move during the summer. So the kids are, you know, if you're a family, the kids get settled in school. Some people, this is just traveling, you know, moving, doing your things. My buddy's going to Italy, you know, different things like that. But Venus trine the North Node, definitely, it's also, because it's Leo, it's flashy, it's creative, and it's initiating the creativity. Okay? So go for it. You know, try to create, sell whatever thing you've got. Do it. I love when people are being creative and reflecting back to God's source energy. All right. Now, with this Cancer, you know, it's starting to trine Neptune. Okay. And it will get tonight, Tuesday, to the 25 degrees. Okay. So it's really letting you know Tuesday, right? And then we got Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, so really Friday we're going to get into that cusp, like I said, okay? So the cusp will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. As we go into Leo season on late night Sunday, but yeah, really you're going to feel Leo season Monday morning. So Jupiter, Gemini, you know, it's moving along, and Mars will catch up to it. You're going to get to, you know, the 8-8 portal, and you'll see that, you know, Mars, Jupiter, that conjunction will be popping off. Remember, Mars is in Gemini, July 20th to September 4th. Not as long as it was like a year and a half ago with all that craziness. Could have been 2 years ago now. I can't even remember, but I think it was a year and a half ago. So, and we see, you know, Mars starting to separate. But listen, you could still have the remembrance of this energy. Mars, Uranus, just lay low at least to Wednesday or Thursday. I think we can all do that. You know, it's important. But remember, with Saturn and Neptune retrograde, we have to reanalyze and reassess how we receive information and having healthy boundaries. But that's the boundaries with also what you're watching, what you're listening to, your music, your newspapers, your articles, your blogs, your Netflix, your nightly news, whatever. Just, you really, you know, you should turn it off, but I can't tell you what to do, but have spiritual discernment. Don't let them spoon feed you everything and accept it all as truth. Okay? That Lilith and Moon hitting the Neptune retrograde, yeah, use your intuition and your emotional mind. Don't get caught up in the fear and the illusion and deception. Okay? It's a game, and it's not a game that it is a game. If that makes sense. All right. So let's get to Wednesday for the astro weather, and we will get into the Sagittarius moon for Wednesday, miércoles. Remember, Mars, Tuesday the 16th. Lift your weights, run your errands. Upper body's really good. Even chest, shoulders, all that, tricep, bicep. But Wednesday, walking, jump rope, deep breath work, the lungs. Let's get to July 17th, Wednesday, Astro-Weather Week, BigEAstrology. Miércoles, July 17th, again, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, just like on Tuesday. And it's a Mercury day. But we are seeing this Sag moon, right? So, yeah, like I said, it went into the 1 degree, and then it's now 12 noon to 7. Okay? So, what we're rocking with is basically, this is going to finish out at 13 degrees on the East Coast, 14 on the West Coast. And the Sag moon is definitely a time for Wednesday, Thursday, and a little bit of Friday. Zooming out, right? Seeing the big picture. Learning, sharing, teaching, exploring, traveling. Sag moon likes freedom and adventure, but it likes to pontificate. It can be very jovial. It likes to, you know, follow the law. What's the right thing to do? It's wisdom, beliefs, and philosophies. So you're going to see that get closer on Thursday to squaring Saturn. But the Sag moon is trining Venus in Leo, okay? So what you're seeing with that energy, right? You see the Venus, which is also trining the North Node. So what we have is a grand fire trine on Wednesday. Okay. So with the Venus, Moon, and North Node, grand fire trine, this is definitely a creative energy and really a time. Remember, Sag does rule Jupiter, right? It's also biology and finance. So this is a great day for a fruit or juicing, some intermittent fasting, moving your body, but also for tapping into your creative juices and self-expression. The fire sign's not sitting back, it's taking action, it's making moves. Venus Leo wants to be generous in the spotlight. Sag Moon wants to experience things, learn, share, teach. Aries North Node wants to be brave and courageous, assert itself, and initiate. This is creative for life force energy. Go get it. You guys got this. Check your chart. Sag, Aries, Leo. See what houses they're in, and that will deepen the story. And look at my playlist so you can see my Exposing the Houses series, so you can really master and understand these houses. They represent about literally 25 to 40 things each house. I mean, when it gets down to the nuts and bolts, we can pick out the top 5 to 8 things, but it's super deep because that's how complex a human being's life is. Do you understand that? So this Cancer Sun, we'll finish up, 26. And Thursday, we're going to look at the day a little bit later, okay? Jupiter is, moving a little bit slower. And then you see him with the Mars, right, at 28. So you're really starting to it's still at 27, sorry. But you're starting to, it's getting closer to pull away. And remember, the 20th, it goes into Gemini. So that's on Saturday. And this Saturday, I'll be at Missy's Mysteries in Scottsdale doing live chart readings. I'm going to put that up in community. Come check me out. Should be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. So definitely want to, experience a live reading. $50 for 30 minutes, But yeah, don't forget about the Chiron, right? And unfortunately, Chiron, remember I told you, Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, is the last time in the in the 60s, that's when we had the assassination attempts, right? RFK, MLK. JFK may have been when it was in Pisces, because he was earlier. I think Chiron came in like 66, 65, but Malcolm X. So understand, that's a thing. And you're seeing the Mercury energy moving and trining that. So this is where we can really, through child's play and activating our heart chakra, we can heal some of our childhood wounds about not asserting ourselves, not initiating. There's times where I've got to be more aggressive, more assertive, And so anybody who has their Chiron return now in Aries, it's about asserting yourself properly, because sometimes people can over assert, but it's also showing where you can be this dynamic genius healer yourself, being their pioneer maverick, initiating others to heal. So that's what I do, right? I initiate being brave and courageous and helping others to heal, because you got to do the inner work. You got to be introspective. And Lilith still in Virgo. So this isn't an accident here, right? That it's opposing Neptune. It's warning us, the cosmos are letting us know, trust your intuition, your pheromones, your hormones, your gut instinct, right? Down in the root chakra, to really see through the veils and the illusion of the Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Lilith bounces around a lot, but you see it's staying right here in opposition. Okay, it went back a little bit, 23, but it's still in that range. Okay, it's also smack dab in between the Saturn too. So you have to be willing to put in the work for the spiritual discipline. Okay, so let's be smart and wise about that, and definitely ground and spend the time in nature. Right, Sag Moon wants to be in nature. Ceres, Goddess of Harvest, and Capricorn. Hopefully you watch my Scorpio video, and this week I'll be doing Ceres in Pisces, maybe Aquarius, and part of Fortune third house is coming out later Monday or Tuesday. Okay. Oh, and join me live Tuesday night, episode 226 with my sound engineer, former producer, Fred Ones, graffiti artist, a brilliant brother from New York. Spent some time in Chicago in the graffiti scene there. Great engineer, great producer, but a really fascinating human being. He's going to be on live. We could talk about some E-Complete and some hip hop and the legends that he's worked with, like Karis One and Just Ice and Preacher Man, Creature, and just so many more. And so many people I don't even know. He's done a lot. And he was on the Sway and Tech hip hop radio show. So I'm giving you some hip hop flavor. The podcast is definitely trying to tap all forms of information, culture, entertainment, spirituality. So knowledge is love. 8 p.m. Eastern, okay, July 16th. So this is the astro weather for Wednesday, and free your mind. The rest will follow, okay? And we're also seeing the Mars sextile Neptune. That one's a little interesting, it's a harmonious energy, so I don't know if it could be really used for bad to, aggressively deceive people, but it also can be being sort of extremely assertive in your spiritual practice, all right, and activating your throat chakra. Definitely doing some toning and meditation and breath work, all right? And that Aries North Node, 9 degrees. Hey, I guess January 11th is getting closer. Pisces North Node, salute, stand up. Our time is coming. All right, the node will return. It does bring shifts and changes in your life. So the Aries can let us know about it. So that's the astro weather for Wednesday the 17th. Let's get to Thursday, July 18th. We're going to look a little later in the day and spit the rhymes and poetry and the astrology. Okay, but Thursday could still, the tension should shift a little, but Mars is still at 27 degrees. Okay, so I think for Wednesday. So we'll see on Thursday, and I think that will, dissipate more. But just be easy. I told everybody to the 17th. Let's check the 18th. BigEAstrology, Astro-Weather Week. Pew. All right, try it Thursday, Astro Weather. The day of Jupiter. So, hike, walk, go swimming, paddleboarding, surfing, hiking, whatever you can do. Enjoy the nature. This is 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. This is the latest I've done. And I want to do that for Thursday so you can see how the moon is evolved. So it is coming off the square to Saturn, okay, earlier in that morning. It'll finish up at 27 degrees, East Coast, 28, West Coast. Okay, so we'll basically start off Friday morning with a little bit of that Sag moon, but it's going to really quickly just be, a Capricorn and a little bit of Aquarius moon weekend for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, okay? So, but this is for Thursday and 6 p.m. Eastern. So the Sag moon is definitely squaring Neptune, so Thursday could be a little wonky. Little arguments about religion versus spirituality, about, what's the right thing to do, what's going on. This should be interesting. I don't know the schedule for RNC, but that should be interesting. And you're definitely seeing the Venus trine. So let's not forget the Libra South Node, even at its point of the 9 degrees. Getting closer to Pluto. Now, it's not going to trine Pluto retrograde. It's not close enough. But now the Lilith in Virgo is, retrograding back more. So that's interesting. Okay, and that's in the trine of Ceres Goddess of Harvest. And we're still dealing with the Leo Mercury. Okay, so this energy is coming off of, trining the Sagittarius moon. Okay, so that's really a good energy for Thursday. Your logical mind and emotional mind are in simpatico. They're mucho bueno. So, that fire energy, fire doesn't ask for permission, it just takes action and does. And we can all learn from the fire signs in that way. So, that's that creative energy, the fire. So really, Leo Mercury, and it's moving in there fast. Remember, it goes retrograde August 4th. So it's going to go into Virgo and then go back into Leo. Okay. And the Venus is trining the North Node. Okay. So really, just tap into that, because that's a positive. I can't say it anymore, but this is good for the relationships that could be karmic or destined. Leo, Aries can come in your life for a positive experience, but from your heart, you can do things that bring more pleasure, joy in your relationships and your finances. Sometimes we can really make more money when we have the confidence, Leo, and we're bold and creative and bright and generous, right? You don't spend money, you circulate it, right? So we just have to have a different mindset for manifesting the wealth and positivity. You're not wanting, you're in gratitude for receiving. Okay. So, and that Cancer sun, right? It will finish up at 27 degrees this night. And then we're going to see on Friday is where we start. Friday evening, we're starting the cusp. Friday evening, we're starting the 5-day orb cusp of oscillation, the Cancer-Leo cusp. All right, I know a few folks born on this time. And but this Cancer sun is trining Neptune. So really, tap into that energy, and it's really strong for the full moon. Watch my Capricorn full moon video. Okay, I really felt like I did a good job. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Comment for me. And Jupiter is slowly moving 11, and it's getting closer to 12 degrees. And now Mars is going to the 28th. So that's where Thursday, and you'll see over the weekend, on the 20th, remember, Saturday, it goes into Gemini. So we're really starting to pull away. You can breathe a little easier. Things shouldn't be so wild. And, hopefully the Mars trine Pluto on the 20th energy, hopefully that gives us a fuel for evolution, revolution, for, communicating about freedom and liberation and power to the people. It can really boost things. And you can see that over the weekend, even things with technology and getting ready for the week for technology stocks. You can see things with crypto. Okay. So that's, that's what's popping off. Pluto's now at the 0 degrees. Okay. It's going to be that for the full moon. It's retrograding. And, I told you this Sagittarius moon, it's going to finish up at about 27 and 28 degrees, east and west coast. So really early, like little after 3 a.m., it will be probably a little after 4 a.m., 1 a.m. Pacific. We will have the Capricorn moon starting. Because remember, the full moon is on the 21st at 29 degrees. So that means you have to have it, right, Friday, Saturday, and un poquito Sunday. And then we have the Aquarius moon the rest of Sunday. Because that's 6:17 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so then that means it's basically like around 8 a.m., a little bit before 8 a.m. It'll be going into Aquarius. So most of Sunday will be the Aquarius moon for the Astro-Weather weekend. So we'll talk about that, and definitely watch my Capricorn full moon report. Got that out to you a little early. Hopefully you guys watch it. And Lilith still doing its dance in Virgo. Kind of opposing the Saturn now. So, our intuition about our and restrictions and stuff. It's not just the government, Saturn, it's also the boundaries and restrictions we put on ourselves spiritually, self-limiting beliefs, self-doubt. We have got to stop and retire from negative self-talk. You got to be kind to yourself out there. You guys are amazing, and I'm not spiritual woohoo hokey, just blowing stuff up your horn. Yeah, we all have challenges as human beings, but we have to see where God has given us these extraordinary gifts and then work with them in the areas where we're weak, put in the work to grow. We could be kinder, stronger, faster, more thoughtful, wealthier, more patient, more humility, more compassion, more empathy, right? We can develop skills and talents, but everything takes discipline and work, hard work. So that's a choice, right? Remember, we have free will. We are not aliens and robots. We've got free will. And we got to choose better. Choose love. Choose the high frequency, high vibrational 5D timeline. Faith over fear every day, and it wins. We gonna be all right. So that's the Astro-Weather Week for the 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. And we'll get ready for this Capricorn moon on Friday, Saturday, and un poquito early Sunday morning with a full moon at 29 degrees. And remember, Sunday, after that, we'll have the Aquarius moon, which I collect at Coffee Talk. So if you want to come to Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric, sign up today. 2 hours, $20. Sun through Saturn, planetary falls. It's going to be Stone Groove, 12 noon Eastern. So that means we'll at that point be into about 1-2 degrees, maybe 2 degrees of the Aquarius moon. So that's exciting. That's my 11th house crew. Eric Taylor, Big E Astrology, the Astro Weather Week. Pew. All right, that was the Astro Weather Week. Scorpio, Sag, Moon, you know how it is. And we're really, talking about, we're past the halfway point of the year, okay? And we've got to assess, and, this second, it's called a blue moon, when you got 2 moons back to back in the same month. This Capricorn moon ruled by Saturn, which now this time around is retrograde in Pisces. Last time it was still direct, both at 19 degrees, and now Neptune's retrograde along with Pluto. We really have to, we can't play the victim and blame things on anyone else. We have to be maniacal, intentional about our love, compassion, grace, and mercy for self, about our positive self-talk, right? About compassion and empathy, about our spiritual rituals and disciplines and routines. Saturn in Pisces wants the healthy boundaries. They want you to be spiritually disciplined at least 15 to 30 minutes a day. If you can, do more, okay? But not being deceived, not allowing yourself to delude yourself. Stop lying to yourself. That's why Lilith was opposing Neptune for 3 days. Now it's opposing Saturn. I mean, pay attention. Okay, so interesting aspects to Neptune through this week. And please, Cancer Birth Chart Sale, Coffee Talk, July 21st, Sunday, 12 noon, 2 hours, $20. Everything at BigEAstrology@gmail.com. You can pay Zelle, PayPal, Cash App. But I thank you. And Monday, Leo season, we'll start the Leo Birth Chart Sale. So I'll make that announcement in that video. And all that good stuff. So enjoy, and I hope I see you Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, with my former DJ producer, sound engineer, Fred Wizzies, Fred Ones. Should be a lot of fun. Fascinating brother, Dominican brother from the Bronx, and we're gonna get into some graffiti, real hip hop talk. All right. So enjoy the Astro Weather Week. Eric Taylor, Big E Astrology. And the end of the week, I'll be having Missy Cipriano on from Missy's Mysteries, where I'll be selling at her store. She has a metaphysical shop in Scottsdale, and she is fascinating. She's studying to be a shaman. She does Reiki. She does tarot. She's fascinating. So stay tuned for that as well. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. Astro-Weather Week, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, Scorpio, Sag Moon. Me, you. Peace, love. BigEAstrology.